Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I would like to start this video off by saying this. I do not have any plans to make any further videos in regards to Tommy Sotomayor. I kind of feel that me actually making videos where he states a question and I actually take it upon myself to answer that question, or I provide the facts for the stories that he presents, but presents them the way that he wants to present them without the facts. When I provide those facts, I still get foolish comments from people, and yes, I have been foolishly flagged. So with that being said, I just feel some people desire to be stupid, and if that's your desire to be stupid, to lack knowledge, I say more power to you. Who am I to deny you of what it is that you want? So anyway, today there was a video that was made by none other than him. He made a video in regards to the Jade Morris case, and he asked why the women that make videos against him, how come they are not speaking out against the child abuse issues that are coming up within the community. Now, I cannot speak for every woman who does not like him, but I can actually speak for myself. And before I go into that, I'll start by saying this. See, I don't do things the way that Tommy would do them. See, if I came and I actually made a video in regards to this, I would not be able to control my emotions. So I really don't feel that I can give any further commentary in regards to this case because it's a child. With that being said, believe it or not, when it comes to children, I've always loved kids. Me and my husband are, in talks about having children or not having kids. But children for me are a very sensitive issue due to my past. So children to me are an extremely big deal. So this was not something that I particularly wanted to speak about. Not because I'm for child abuse. No, I'm anti-child abuse. But here's my issue. There's a difference. If you care about something, you care about something. But I've said this before, just as well as other people on YouTube have said this. Those videos that you may put out, even though you think that people can't see through the smoke and mirrors that you present, honestly, people can tell you don't really care about helping the children in our community, because just like someone else said, when you started doing this, you automatically said that you were not doing this because it was free. You were doing this to actually make extra money. Any video where you go on and you actually feel some type of hurt kind of way, in my opinion, I would not monetize that video. I wouldn't do that. Because I feel that I have morals. I would not want to make a video pretending that I care about something, but the only reason why I'm doing this particular video is to get funds from a tragedy. Now, I could understand, hey, if you're getting some funds from a tragedy and then you decide to donate that money to that particular case, fine. But if all you're doing is making these videos in regards to children dying, and you're posting them, and you're posting them from channel to channel to channel, not because you want people to even look and get some type of knowledge from the video. You're posting it from channel to channel to channel to ensure that you get channel to channel to channel money. Which, I mean, that's cool. That's your hustle, but that's not what I'm about. To me, I'm a person. I'm a person who has feelings. And I could not come on and do what you've done. I've said before, I think you have some pretty large balls for any person to be able to hold their head up high and to be able to look in the mirror after what it is that you do daily. Not to mention, you took this case and what you did was you tried to put your own agenda in as well. You used this little girl's case to create your agenda as always. This case was not supposed to be about this is what's wrong with black women and blah blah blah. This should have been a time where you could have allowed this family a time to grieve, but you decided to make this video to once again gain some type of funds. And like I said, I'm not a person, whereas if I have an agenda for something, I'm not going to use a tragedy to bring up my agenda. Of course, anybody can see who harmed this little girl. Anyone can see that. But to further try to push your agenda on people due to this, by using the death of this little child, it shows how inhumane you are. And that's one of the things that I've said. No matter how many times that you can get on YouTube and you can find these videos of yours where people have been killed, where people have been shot, where people have been bludgeoned, where people have, where children have been murdered, you bring light to these situations to bring dollars to your pocket. Not because you care. You don't care whether if it's, you wouldn't care if it was a 3-month-old, 6-month-old, or 12-year-old. But the point is that these little children are bringing you money from your reports. And the other part that I don't understand is that people get off on this. This is the horrible part to me, that people send you these stories not because they want you, not just because you're just this big journalist. No, it's because people know your intent. It's not because people are sending you these stories because they're like, oh, this is breaking my heart to see this, but they're sending you these stories because they know your intent. Your intent is going to be to, once again, let me find a way, even if this story has nothing to do with a black woman, but let me find a way to put my agenda into the story that was sent to me. And people for some reason get off on that. So I'll leave that up to you. But what I do is, when it comes to things like that, I don't make videos. What I do is I have a talk with my creator, and that's the best that I can do, is have a talk with my creator. I know if I see a child being hurt or anything like that, I will be the first person to take a bullet for any kid. Doesn't have to be a family member, doesn't have to be any of that. I would give my life for another child, but I don't have to make videos to say how much I'm so against child abuse, because I know that. I don't need the world to know that, because pretty much most of the world is against child abuse. I don't need to showboat my ideals on YouTube to make it look like I care when I don't. See, those are the times for me where I need to have a talk with my creator. Those are the times for me, whereas that talk kind of consists of, God, may this baby please rest in peace. I don't know why this particular incident has happened, and I mean so many other things that I say to my creator when these types of cases come across. Not to mention that I'll say this as well. There's a lot of places that we help, me and my husband, but I don't feel the need to say, well, let me say what I've done for this particular place, or the places that we've donated, or the places that we helped. I'm fine. I know what I've done as well as my husband knows what he's done. So you don't need credit for something that you've legitimately done from your heart. So if you want to go on and you want to say this is how you're showing your support for children who are being abused, you can go ahead and do that. I'll take my hat off to you. Do whatever it is that you feel you need to do, but that's not how I roll. So it is what it is.